Okay, well, first off, sorry, Dr. Pitts, that this isn't exactly in 2 to 3 page essay format, but I thought a video essay might be a more genuine and authentic way for me to express what I've been doing for the past 2 days. So, for my Day of Compassion project, I recognized the need in my home when my mom would constantly talk about how she would plan to get Christmas shopping done and plan to get like everyone's gift spot. I'm talking from like uncles and aunts to like second cousins and all that. Um, but would run into errands, like day-to-day errands, either work stuff or groceries or something like that, and it would eventually fall by the wayside or she wouldn't get it done. And I could see how frustrated she was getting with it. So I took it upon myself, and obviously I had to ask her permission first if I was using her credit card, because otherwise that would be very not practicing meta of me to just borrow it without asking. But I took it upon myself to spend the past 2 days doing all of the Christmas shopping for all of our family, immediate, extended, and otherwise. So that was something she no longer really had on her mind and no longer really had worrying her while she was trying to do everything else throughout this season and to make this season magical and whatnot. And I also was sure to volunteer my services for any of the crafting or dessert making or anything that's necessary. And I think one of the most notable things I found while I was doing all this, not only was I getting a bit of joy out of it, which obviously I had to keep an eye on and focus on so it wouldn't become too egoic, because I will say I do have some issues with pride when it comes to finding people the perfect gift and knowing it's going to work so well. So I do have some issues of ego to work on there. But I tried to balance those by making sure I found charitable gifts for especially the younger children in my family. So looking at maybe wildlife refuges that would allow you to ceremonially adopt their animals and would send like a plush toy, but it would also be a way to benefit the wilderness and the environment and also kind of take back a little bit of that karma for my egoic mind or any of the karma that may come from controlling things. Overall, ultimately, after having added everything to the cart and made those decisions, I still obviously let my mom and my parents have like full scope and decision of the final decisions, but I think having narrowed it down and kind of slimmed it down to a just will you click buy now, yes or no option was extremely helpful for my family and mom. And something I noticed about myself that day is I was a lot more compassionate in general. I was more prone to do things that I normally would have done anyways, but wouldn't have necessarily done as happily or as cheerfully, such as like taking out the recyclables or trash or making lunch for everyone and all that. And I think another thing I learned is just how much happiness you can get from other people's happiness. Because I mean, I knew that before. It's part of why gifting is one of my favorite things in the world, but not just how much happiness you can get from other people's happiness, but how much relaxation and how much less stress you can have when the people around you are relaxed and less stressed. And I guess that would be a level of interdependence I didn't really know existed. Because I kind of, even when I'm with people that don't have that much stress, have my own stress, but to see someone so fully relaxed and to know that I made that happen also kind of helped me relax and de-stress, especially in this time of finals. So I think something I'm going to take with me from this Day of Compassion is not just to do what I can for others, knowing somewhat selfishly that it'll also bring joy to myself, but to do my best for those around me, because those around me also affect how I'm doing for me. To try my best to help those around me be happy and relaxed, because I know it's all interdependent and that's all feedback I'm going to be thriving off of as some sort of introvert. So I definitely want to take that with me, just to try to do my best for other people, knowing not only will it benefit me, but it'll benefit the people around them. And that's my video blog, I guess. So it's been fun.